It's the fifth day of hearings in that pretrial case in New York. Altoona police officer Stephen Fox took the stand today to share his recollection of Mangione's arrest and finding the ammunition in Mangione's backpack. Mangione chose not to speak to officers during that arrest, but during transportation to a Blair County courtroom, Fox says Mangione did comment on the press gathered for, in his words, a mass murderer. And 1 year later, we're looking back at the arrest. Jordan Mansberger joins us live outside of that Altoona's McDonald's. Hi, Jordan.
Hi, Paula. Well, like you said, it's been 1 year since Mangione was arrested at the McDonald's behind me here in Altoona along Plank Road. And while he's yet to face a jury, several questions about that case still remain. One thing that also remains is the national attention.
Me and my partner and I recognized him immediately.
It was the end of a national manhunt, December 9th, 2024, when customers inside McDonald's began to question whether the man quietly eating breakfast in the back corner was the same man wanted for murder.
Today at 9:14 a.m., Altoona police officers were dispatched to a McDonald's restaurant for reports of a male matching the description of the United Healthcare CEO murder suspect.
By lunchtime, local reporters broke the story.
We begin with breaking news as we have come on the air this afternoon. We have confirmed Altoona police have a man in custody.
So far, we do not have a name confirmed, nor do we know if he is from Altoona.
And by dinner, droves of national media descended on central Pennsylvania.
And completely out of touch, and it's an insult to the intelligence of the American people and lived experience.
Here's all the evidence I have right here, guys. Zoom in.
Attorney Tom Dickey took over the job of representing Mangione, and today, 1 year later, he remains a key member of his defense team.
He hasn't been proven guilty of anything at this point, still. And so I think that's just important for people to remember.
While counsel on both sides prepare for trial, questions remain about evidence Altoona police seized during their initial search of Mangione at McDonald's and back at the station moments later, including a firearm, ammo, and fake IDs.
Additionally, officers recovered a handwritten document that speaks to both his motivation and mindset.
In his notebook, scribbled plans about taking a red-eye to Pittsburgh, avoiding cameras, and watching TV news. But questions still remain about how Mangione ended up in Altoona and where he was headed next.
I can't talk about that.
His time at a Pennsylvania state prison was brief, and when Mangione was extradited back to New York, the nation's attention shifted back to where it all began. But in a courtroom this week in New York, police from Altoona have been called to testify one by one.
It all began here in Altoona, and so courts are going to be looking at that, the origin of how did the police and law enforcement gain access, how was the evidence obtained, and we believe that not in accordance with the law, both here and in New York.
Their police work is currently under scrutiny in an unfamiliar spotlight that many of them could have never predicted whenever they got that 911 call from the McDonald's employee a year ago. In Altoona, I'm Jordan Mansberger, WTAJ News.